Good morning. It's 9:31. This is the Board of Richland County Commissioners. I am Darrell Banks, here with fellow commissioners Tony Vero, Cliff Mears, Casey Call, our administrator, Andrew Keller,
And Al Lawrence.
and Al Lawrence from the News Journal is on the line. And we're going to go whittle some more out of this budget request.
Okay, so December 2nd, our first health insurance hit for December, which is the new rates for next year. So I reviewed everybody's health insurance. I have a health insurance tab on that. So I did where they're at year to date, what that monthly average was, and then I put what the December 2nd was and multiply that by the 24. And then, so I went down and I looked at everybody's health insurance to try to estimate maybe where they would be. And some of them I added, like Andrew wasn't on ours yet, so I had to add him. So over here in this last column is what I ended up budgeting.
Keller's an expense.
And Rick was
Five
only
of us.
single. Joe has children. I added some for another. We know the prosecutor's low. So this was where we were year to date, the 3.9. And if I add another 155, which is what's the December 2nd, my estimate for 2022 was 4,086,000. What I budgeted was 4.3 million, giving some leeway, which means I cut $316,408.35 from the budget request.
It's about half.
Now you are down to $468,598 and a penny.
Oh,
So that was my work on Friday.
good job, Stacy.
Hero of the day.
I don't know, workers' comp. Some illnesses have delayed. I don't know what it's going to be this year. What everybody's being charged this year to see if I can make any cuts for next year, because we usually budget about the same. So we're hoping to have that soon, but I don't think that'll be a large amount. But so I did health insurance. Can't do workers' comp yet. That's where I'm at.
Great.
So
Thank you.
welcome. I'm gonna start at the top. You want to start with us?
Yeah, let's start.
We always do us last.
All right.
That's
Here's last. Okay.
You guys get the leftovers.
Oh, and I did put in a column in the budget of where everybody's at December 3rd. So you can see actuals as of December 3rd.
yeah, there it is.
Well, I've got up two of them in front of me. One says Community Alternative Center, and one that says C.
Well, CAC is not general fund.
Right. So, want to go to
I show HR might be the next one up.
okay.
I think I talked to Rachel briefly. The only thing she suggested was potentially postage,
Yeah, I would imagine that. Well,
but I mean, she still has some to pay. Let me get Munis up. She still has some to pay this year. But they've only done 188, but 2020 was 244. Postage went up again, I believe. And that's one of those things, if you cut, they need it later, we'll put it back. But it is a potential.
How do they mail out so much?
That's all county. It's not just them. That's all of our postage goes through them because we have a contract.
And there isn't a ton to move there.
Yeah.
In postage, we've gone anywhere from 215 to 244.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Next year, governor, no,
No,
they pay Board of Election postage too. So
Years, you definitely can expect more from the BOE.
yeah. And she'll make at least another, I'm trying to look. And she does she does the like the sexual offender mailings and aerosol. I mean, that all goes through there. So oh no, she did just pay, let's see. Yeah. She did pay something December 2nd. So she's probably done for the year since our bill cut off. It was $20,000. It was the highest. She probably will not get another payment in there, but yeah, I mean, it's.
she's not seeking to hire the HR assistant. I mean, it's her salary's frozen. Portion of her salary paid for through other funding sources. I see nothing really. Unless you want to do anything with postage,
There,
but that also doesn't take into account the government could raise postage again.
I don't know now.
I don't see anything. Stacy, you?
Not unless you want to turn postage, which is something we can come back to.
Postage.
Yeah,
I
we
would-
can come back to that, but
We've had years higher than what they've already requested.
244 already, right?
we're at 188 as of 12/3. We started the year at 244.
I wouldn't change postage.
Like I said, it's always something to come back to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
There's I don't remember what his equipment request was besides a truck. Give us detail. But it's 55,500.
No, we did put in a new maintenance superintendent there, but we haven't updated the wages to reflect Chuck's new salary. Oh, but then we are gonna hire. Well, maybe not, right?
And the new amount is 403. Is updated.
Right, but if you look, there was a new superintendent there.
Oh, yeah.
Now Chuck retires, hopefully our,
Out. Yep.
right? Well, I think we could take that out
Wait,
because Josh,
Josh is gonna change his,
right, but he would go into Chuck's slot. That's actually salary for the whole year though.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let's double check. No, it's not.
no, it's not.
So the question would be, would you move up the I don't think you take all of it out because you would have. So it's now what? Is he at that 1825? No, he's higher than that because we made him assistant. See, this isn't right.
No, we didn't change after. We changed for Chuck, but not,
Haven't bumped Josh up yet.
let me look.
Yeah, it was supposed to be as of I think the 11th of November.
Yeah, let
I'm
me-
here too.
But he's,
Did
He's
he
at-
go to 23.5? Is that?
Yeah, he's at 2345. This is wrong.
He'll be that for probably 5 months. In the last 7 months, he'll go higher than that.
Right. So hold on.
I have his budget in
Yeah, I have
my Google, so I can bring that up here.
Yeah, they got the increase.
Chuck's at 4460, right? He's working through the end of May.
That's his intention.
No, it's the middle of May.
Middle of May.
So it'd be 9 pays.
I don't have the payroll in here with me.
He should actually be at 33,000. So the question becomes, we have Chuck's buyout. Has that been moved down to the,
Retirement.
In the payout. Line item.
okay,
But 20, we have 18 in the budget.
see the maintenance superintendent. Hold on a second. $780. So that's a difference of Josh should be another,
What should Josh be?
so he should actually be. Josh should actually be at 55 if we wanted to. So if I do. And this should be 0.
Down.
Now you're probably gonna bump Rich up, right?
Yeah.
So then, let's see here.
Put Josh in at 55, Chuck in at 33. We're at 397.
Hold on, I'm working through it.
I mean, so he's got 403 in there.
Well, we got to give promoting Rich to assistant.
See,
That'd be
I'm on it.
what, 15 pays, 17 pays,
Give me a second.
15 pays.
Stacy, make it 3.9. Yeah. Make it 3. Make it 3. 390.
well, if I put on Chuck's spreadsheet, if I put Josh in at 55 and Chuck in at 33, and I take out the retirement because it's somewhere other, I'm at 397 without touching Rich.
Wow. I moved Josh for the whole year up to 55. Chuck got bumped down to 33.
And I took out the new,
Rich Pittenger's at 52,545.
I didn't take out the new super.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Comes to 384,999, but you just don't know how that would shake out. All right, so maybe you do.
When you did Josh's at 55, is that for the whole year?
That's up to whatever he is, and then bumping him up to the minimum of the superintendent.
Yeah, that's wage
And
for
then,
me.
right. So I come up with 384,999.4. So if we want to give ourselves a little cushion, maybe do 386.
Sounds reasonable.
We're gonna put a new person in there,
No,
so we're not gonna hire another worker.
not at this time, I wouldn't imagine, right, Daryl?
Well, we're gonna have one less then.
That's true.
Yeah, I imagine we're gonna put an entry level
So that's actually going to increase because it should be
the last half of the year anyhow.
So this should actually say, this should say repair worker.
I don't remember that starting wage just increased on the union contract, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Marsh is going up to 1850. 0.5.
So until October, it's probably 1850.
Right.
I'd probably put in 25,000 for the new repair worker. 409, I'd go to 410.
It's at 403 right now.
Yeah, it's going to go up. Sucks.
Look at it too.
There's utilities.
What do you want to do with equipment? Do you remember what it was besides a truck? Did anybody take a note? We've been taking the truck out and putting it in capital.
Truck and a 0-turn mower.
Can we pay a profit loss for that, Mr. Keller?
Yes.
Let's make that a 0.
Utilities he increased because of Mansfield's water.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Bob Bianchi.
Know what that'll, well, to the new meters. Now that the meters gonna be working in this building,
Yeah, I think
Oh.
we have to.
you know it's going up. I don't know.
Much wiggle room elsewhere.
too high, but
So much of it just the same as last year. So you can't cut anything. Yeah, and I think you do gotta add to television.
I see nothing else. So we talked about, we were gonna struggle.
What about people's building utilities? It's at 93 right now.
It's the same reason why our utilities went up for here with the new water meters in the city of Mansfield
Correct.
utilities.
That's all the utilities into one thing, right? So people's building utilities, that's water and electric and gas.
yeah. We're Getting ready to. Should
We're
be
93 now and we're forecasting 125. That's even a bit of a jump.
Yeah, we were 121 in 2018.
Right.
I know we're getting ready to hear our new electric rates.
Mm,
And I can have Chuck look at that again now that we've had a couple months of the new water bill.
Yeah, let's have them look at it, but that's about the only places we can move. On 911. So EMA. Now Sue's retiring at the end of the year. Ricky.
Theirs was an estimate.
Right, hold on.
I changed that.
Give me a second.
Salaries all general fund, EMA.
We get they get a grant from the state. It's part of their salary.
We budget it out of general fund and just reimburse or.
Cause then that's noted in the revenue column.
So that's 100.
That's what I got, 81,000. Put in what we're paying Joe. If you leave the assistant at 13 and then that small portion those two are getting, that is the 81,191.
That's actually probably gonna be light. That's gonna be light probably, because don't forget, we're paying Deb Schweitzer through the end of January.
We won't have anybody hired. Well, it'd be hired.
Yeah, we're actually, yeah,
Got training.
that's light.
Now you're paying her more.
Yeah, because then we're also gonna have to have a transition with Deb. So I would say
We're paying Patricky 49, right?
52 or 53. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't. Remember because of the vacation situation?
I have down 51, 826.92.
He's 51,833. I think. Well, that's. Hold on. That's probably going to have to be. Honestly,
Going in the wrong direction, Tony.
I know, but we gotta, but I mean, that's,
I
I
know.
would say we're 84124. If you include a little bit of Deb Schweitzer, I think that's going up to 84124. Sorry,
I'm going the wrong way.
I know. No, wait, they had a huge equipment request though.
Yeah. 181,000.
It's the upgrade on Mark's Vasu
It's the sirens.
sirens.
It's the sirens. 172,000 is the sirens.
May that be profit loss?
Tornado sirens.
That's certainly a service.
Probably yes.
It's
The Keller from across.
that's the Keller we know.
I'm glad profit loss recurs year over year.
Right.
But otherwise,
I know where we're at.
we're putting a lot in that category.
Well, either way, or we could do it out of capital. So what, I mean, capital or profit loss, regardless, we can take it out and then decide whether it's going to be kept. Because we don't know at the end of the year, we make a decision how much. So keep in mind, Keller, when we say profit loss, that can also be synonymous with capital, depending on how the year finishes. Because we're going to put anything to the good, probably all back into capital.
So you figure out whether we can or not.
Right. So when I say profit loss, it doesn't necessarily mean profit loss. So that request was,
170.
but they got to have something in equipment.
Well, that would leave them.
9,500.
Well, if you look at, hold on.
They averaged about 12. 15.
Yeah, I'd take the 172 out. What's that final total then? 181,500 minus.
171. Oh, 9,500.
Give them 10. Now we're at building.
Yes, we are.
Is anyone from the media on right now?
Al's on.
Okay. So I know when I insult him, he's listening.
Yep.
Okay.
Building. Arthur is still going to work. Hours.
they're requesting an inspector to replace Ken.
Another, or is
I'm reprinting it out.
Ken's planning on leaving?
Don't never know.
I thought it was in January,
Okay.
but I don't know that for sure. Yeah, she only has them in the budget for 800 hours. So
All I have is plans to retire early 2022,
Okay, well, that's what
10 pay periods.
she does have the new inspector in there for
I seen him down.
all year,
Yeah,
which won't be all year.
no, 'cause it'll take,
But there'll be some crossover.
Well,
Nope.
she hasn't even posted the job.
Right.
There might be some crossover, but she hasn't posted the job yet. Or at least with me. I don't know if she has it out there or not.
So 10 pay periods, that's sometime in March then.
That's true, 800 hours, right? Yeah, I thought it was January. It must not be. So yeah, so there will be some.
like Ken's gonna be there through the end of March.
Pay periods.
It's 10 pay periods. She has that accounted for.
Mhm.
That's the new person accounted for all year, though,
Right.
right?
Well, I don't think she's got it for the full year. She's only got 52,000 for the guy, for the replacement.
And when you divide that by 25, it's 2080. Which is our hours.
So then
Right, should.
let's even say you need a couple pay periods of transition, right? That would be a month. That's being.
And she hasn't posted it yet. Say it doesn't get posted till the end of the month. Those jobs have taken several months to get anybody. That's more true about the building.
I would put 36.4 in for the combo inspector.
Instead of 52.
That gives, right. Like she's got him for the full year. that still allows for some transition.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you want that at?
The pay should be he's working through the end of March, 10 pay periods.
And this is paying him, this guy, for how many pay grades?
That's all but 8.
It'll be a 2-week overlap.
I'm giving a couple pays.
Yeah, you're giving 2 pays, which is that'd be fine.
So if you do 52,000, let's double check, divided by 26, right? That's $2,000 a pay. All right.
Divided by
26 minus 8. Okay. That's 18 pay periods. What'd I say it was a pay?
2,000.
36 even.
And what'd you say,
I said do 36.4.
Stacy? What'd you say?
nothing. That's
Nope.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
615. Or 72196.8. You have the term payout there.
So would that be 21 pay periods, Commissioner Barrow,
That would be
for this new hire, 21 pay period?
no, that's less. That's hold on. 18 pays. Start figure early March, that position will start.
I was thinking 42 weeks.
There's 26 pays a year. That gives you 18 pays.
Okay.
See anywhere else we can move there, guys? You?
No.
Other thing, you're welcome to call him, but
We're on the
We're on
record.
the record.
Or on the record.
All right, so let's look at our buddy Parks. Cliff's domain.
Much I want to say, but none on the record.
well, I will say that the director of the parks has been very good to work with and we haven't had to splurge on him.
I gotta say, he's been pretty resilient. Good job.
Our contract services is going way up.
Well, I would say probably because
Trying to remember why. You go through all these go through here.
I would say it has a lot to do with Fleming calls.
So they want 10 hours a week for cleaning staff. At $12 an hour. That's the increase in the salary.
employees to
What's that?
have custodial employees?
I think their employees now do it
Yeah, Karen does it now.
and,
That's person.
yeah. And that's only $6,200. Of course, it could mean something at the end. I say we leave it in there now, and if we have to shave a couple grand, they have to hire cleaning staff a little later. And their budget is $278,000 total. I mean, I don't see anything. Just note that maybe in our back of our heads, if we get to the cleaning staff, they might get $5,000.
Sure be. It'd be one of those, it'd be nice to be able to give them some money.
Yeah, it would.
It's just not.
Yeah, Board of Elections next. Hard to call Finfigel the Tax and Spend Board of Elections.
After work.
Okay. We gave them increased headcount in. We added a voting equipment supervisor in 2020. So we have previously increased their headcount. If I look at their salaries. Their 2021 salaries at 26 pays is 374,601. They're seeking a 7% increase in salaries. If you were to look at it. At the 26.
Yeah. The salary just went up over
A lot.
since you and I got here.
Now, the mandated board members, that's Ohio Revised Code.
You expect the wage study to be applied to the Board of Elections.
They're not in this round.
So we're talking,
I mean, they could be in the next group after that. It could be by year's end. They're looking, is there an election specialist retiring? Shows it left employment, right? And now it's a new hire. It left in 2020 and they want a new one in 2022.
So the last pay of 2020 2020, they had 6 full-time employees. And this last pay, they only had 5 full-time employees.
Who left out there?
They show 7. Well, that one guy died. Dover. He was a part-time.
Yeah, so they'll show with the new hire, they'd set 7 full-time.
So they got 7 down here and they had 5 at the end of last year.
They had 6 at the end of last year. They have 5 right now. But I know when they were here, they said they weren't adding any full-time, so I'm not sure. You would have to ask for,
So it looks like Debbie Obenauer is retiring. Yeah,
Mhm.
so they'd be adding an election specialist. But when is she retiring?
What makes you think she's retiring?
Because if you look, there's no salary for her in 2022, Daryl.
oh,
Zero.
yep. So maybe she left.
She's retiring and now they need to replace that.
Let me see if she's on here. Hold on.
Must have an old form because, I'm looking at the,
She was not on this last pay, so
She
she,
has retired.
Yep.
Her full-time would be Finfagel, Zimmerman, Hill, Ryan, new hire,
Makeley's
Makeley.
full-time.
Nakley. Whoa, he's going from, wait a minute. Nakley's going from 30. Okay. So that's here. And the request is less. Not less. I mean, it goes up a little bit because you had the 27th pay, but if you those boards of elections right there, Keller. Getting those pay raises.
Elections cost.
that what, is that based on population of the county?
The board members themselves, salaries? Yes.
I don't know where you move. They put in for 3%. It's not unreasonable, although I just hate 3%. Could be some years more, some years less, but
Poll workers,
They got raises.
they got raises. and stuff.
Casey, my only question for you, Board of Elections, is I show you a 412,296. Their request is 461,223 even.
Because they have their board.
Oh, that's right. They're split. You're right. There it is. Duh.
Contract services is up 20,000, but that's the cost
The new
of
software.
New
That's
software.
gonna be worth it. That's gonna be so cool.
I don't see much you can move, guys.
No, I don't.
So we have next.
So
And they don't even ask for their limit, right?
No.
Not even. No, we don't charge rent, and so it goes both ways, but
They sure invested their money nicely and they pay for their own vans beforehand. They don't borrow money, and the Mansfield
I
Cemetery.
don't see how you touch it.
Great job.
Touch that.
You have to, I didn't put the down to the miscellaneous grants too. We did that 100,000 for economic development is not in the budget next year. Does it need to be there?
Yeah. So that's gonna go up 100. Stacy. That should be 700. Yep. I think you could take public defender down to 50. We're getting 100% reimbursement, right?
You can certainly try.
Yep. Let's do
I
that.
don't think the 100% is going to last all next year.
Well, it's in the budget. That means we only
We're
go,
going to have to transfer more this year to make
yeah, we know that.
negative.
We have our mandated share. So soil and water is asking for more money.
Imagine that.
So what do we want to do there? Now, they did want a vehicle, right? That we could either pay for out of capital projects or profit loss.
Did they ask for one or two?
Let's talk about soil.
We asked for 3 trucks.
Got a lot more work to do with that ditch petition.
Okay.
Yeah, they asked for $25,000 in vehicles
We can,
and the 4% cost of living salary increase.
that's gotta be,
That's why ours is going up.
yep. I just don't know if we can afford the 4 with the vehicles. We just added 50 grand in the wrong direction. If we're gonna give them the vehicles, they can't also ask for the 4%, right? But then it's a match, so. I'll wait for Daryl to get here. We can take the vehicles out, though. We can pay for that in capital. How much do they want?
170.
Under her notes for our amount though, they put $25,000 for vehicles.
Where-
That was the note to our, off to our contribution, but it does say only have 2 trucks for 4 technicians. A new truck.
Yeah,
Where are they going to?
they're open to new or used. It said no to profit loss. Obviously, capital improvements are different. Yeah.
I don't remember why their equipment was up so much.
Didn't they? Somebody steal it? Something off the truck?
Hold on, let me go back to my notes.
Yeah, they took a catalytic converter off one of them.
And they may have since, I suspect they've since repaired that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we got $500.
By the way.
Yep.
New vehicles now, they're using, instead of using motor oil, some of the things, they use peanut oil. And all these, heard it on from a auto guru yesterday on the news. All these vehicles they've got parked all over the country and racetracks and at airports. Groundhogs and mice are getting in there and eating everything up to get to the peanut oil.
When did they start using peanut oil?
I don't know, but that's what they're using. It's probably to cut down on.
How are they paying for the trucks?
I think that's what they're asking for.
They're charging $25,000 to us,
Right.
and the rest is in their equipment line, I'm assuming, for the 170.
I say we take the 25 out. But then that impacts their match. They're so razor thin. What do you want to do, Daryl?
So you're suggesting, you're talking about taking out the 25,000 to pay for the trucks. So you're talking about,
But see, every money we give them, it's matched, right?
They got 50,000 in for each truck.
that's what I got too at 50,000.
But they want our portion to be because it's matched. I mean, if you look at her budget, that leaves them with a $1,000 carryover. If we give them everything we need. Their request would mean we've increased our contribution. They have done a lot more too, so they've done a great job. So
Well,
this is where-
It's petition, among other things, MS4
H2 Ohio.
done when you and I got here.
They are going to be getting reimbursed for some ditch petition work prospectively. For what it's worth.
I mean,
Hey, these people in agriculture, they figured out we'll take part of it as long as whatever you're paying, we'll match yours.
hold on a second.
So for every dollar we cut them, it costs them $2.
You know, it works the opposite way when there's an economic recession, because not only do the commissioners have to cut, but the state cuts their match. So there ends up being a 1-2 punch if things turn.
Their current cash balance is $135,000.
Well,
That's
nothing else.
Well, she shows ending the year at 131.
Yep.
So that's probably going to be close to being on.
and yeah, she didn't carry it up, but
Right.
not using the carryover to help, with next year's expenses. But yeah,
What do you want to do, Mr. Soil and Water?
That's a tough one. We give her what she wants. She has 1,800 left over, right? And she started with 132 left over.
They gotta buy trucks. And remember, they get double cut the moment we take money away. So this is when you really talk about leveraging other dollars. It doesn't mean you go up, but I don't think we touch it.
I agree.
But they need to understand that we have, well, I agree they were underfunded. Now they've taken on additional responsibilities, so it's a wash, but we've given 100% increase in our contribution over 4 years. I think Erica needs to understand that next year that contribution will probably stay the same at best. Because they may not need trucks, and so maybe their request will come down a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Don't look up to it fast because often they're the first to get cut,
Right,
get tight because they're non-mandated.
right.
Commissioners are not mandated to.
They've done a good job. It's 270 something thousand. They get it matched. I don't,
Let's leave it in there for now. And go to the next.
transit's still the same. Regional planning we have. So now we go to auditor, right? His salaries have gone down. I mean. His request is less. Now IT's up a little, but how do you take? Right? On additional services in the emergency. What do you do? I mean, his request is,
No. Request went up a little bit.
where? His request, we
I'm looking.
gave 683 in 2021, and he's requesting 572. Now IT has gone up a little bit, but
I'm looking at
his total,
688 and 21. 769 and not 22
and what line item? You talking about as a whole?
as a whole.
We gave him 758. Or I'm sorry, 683. I was looking at their IT.
683 is where he's at now. We started at 645. I cut his health insurance.
Okay, so
His health insurance dropped.
Oh, that's probably, it's not showing up on the,
okay, but he's asking for 572, which is less than 2020.
okay.
Yeah, hard to argue.
So I mean,
That's because of not replacing Andy. So if he
Right.
replaces them somewhere
he hasn't.
next year.
Well, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not certainly going to go to him and say replace. He's paying though for that service.
Yeah, he's paying him to do.
Right.
That's already in there. So. Well, I don't think you do anything to it. Still got all those courts up there that have asked so much money.
Yeah, we've still got courts we can do something with. And I don't see how you change IT. It's gone up a little, but remember, they've taken on the emergence, that WENS system. There's not a lot of wiggle room there.
No, there's not.
So I don't see how you touch it. Look at the treasurer. For budget hearing.
That's what I'm looking at now. Their salaries have jumped
Yep.
$1,000.
Now that's, his is hard to follow because they bounce back and forth from land bank.
And I assume that's 27 pays what they're based on.
Yeah, it's gone way up. Got an employee in there. Again, we just, our position, let's look at position. That's a 12% increase from 2021 to 2022. His salaries are, he's increasing salaries substantially.
Why is the bookkeeper jump so high? Proposed
That's the
increase,
position I'm talking about.
proposed increase of $3.50 an hour.
It's a 12%. We're gonna have to make a little bit of movement there.
And when he's back, he is willing to come over.
He's back.
When he is back,
He won't be back until the middle of December.
appointment.
Let's see. So his,
Well, doing something too, because they've had the same pay all year for the most part.
he's,
So it's only $4,480, like every pay except one. So I don't know what he did there. So that's only $116,480. But he also only has 3 full-time employees.
because Land Bank reimburses.
And he's listed 4 now. But I'm saying from the general fund, only 3 full-time employees are listed. And on his payroll, he's listing 4. I don't know if he's moving somebody. I don't know.
And he's only requesting. He's requesting. One,
So he has the bookkeeper, the cashier, and clerk 1 are being paid from the general fund right now. So clerk 2 is not being paid from the general fund right now. So I don't know if he's proposing to move her back.
Or do we take that out of there?
She must be being paid from the DTAC fund. So I don't know if he's rearranging. Andy did the budget.
I give him 151 in salaries. That still gives them over 8% from 2020 to 2022. I know they're a little low. That doesn't give them the full, I mean, we gotta make a little bit of movements in some places, people. Right, Daryl?
We absolutely do.
So I'd make that 151.
Like that.
I think that gives him room, acknowledging some of his people are low. Well, I mean, he had the largest salary increase on a proportion basis out of any of our requests. So I think that's a fair compromise. Everything else there seems to be tight, right?
They've got a lot to work with there.
No. I'm gonna stop there now. Cause we're gonna have the courts to talk about. Instead of breaking it up. We should probably stop here now.
The others we want to,
And because we have court IT, common pleas, and adult probation.
We do recorder already.
Yeah, I guess we could do recorder, right?
Yeah.
Pretty easy, but. Our request is less than last year. Yeah, I know we have the 27 pays, but I mean. Our salaries are still less than 2020. I don't think you touch it. Cliff, Daryl?
Can't touch it.
We're gonna have some decisions to make. So I still show we have clerk of courts, us, common pleas, probate. And we're still about, although Stacy and I not exactly on par right now,
Oh, yeah.
we're still over $250,000.
we're gonna have to get rid of Andrew.
$250,000 is a lot of quarters.
Yes. Guess we have any questions from Al?
Al, you got anything?
No, you guys are all pretty straightforward with what you're discussing. I just
Yeah.
want to comment that, Tony with his increases is, starting to sound like Jim Sweat.
What increases, Al? What increases are you talking about?
The budget increases that you approved, or you said you can't cut.
Well, some of them are decreases. You want us to cut Sarah? She's asking for less.
I heard more increases and decreases.
Oh, no.
Ain't that how it works? Inflation, Al. You can thank Biden.
Well, I can't complain about never being in the news journal anymore. I was on the front page yesterday, so I won't complain.
Yes, you were. I saw that.
Well, they must really not want to increase their readership.
All right.
There it is.
Hey, 10:44. Are we meeting again this afternoon?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
10:44, and we're gonna adjourn. Thank you all for being here.
I don't know how we're gonna find that 250.
I'd say take it all out of the courts.
We're gonna have to do something there.
I want to see the news journal.